y'all? Today I am working on the G37. I am removing everything off the rear so that I can get the rear clip ready to go on over there. So yeah, so let's get to things first. There's like a few 10mm bolts, so let's get to them. Oopsies. All right, so I pretty much got the G37 trunk just about completely gutted. The only thing I gotta remove are these little amps up here. They're held in by, I think I gotta remove them from under the glass, the plastic back there. But yeah, I gotta remove those amps, and I should be able to pull the harness somewhat or something and pull the harness out. And after I pull the harness out, I'll be able to start cutting. And after I start cutting, I'm gonna chop this whole thing up so I can drop the GTR rear clip over it. So yeah, a little dirty, but who cares? I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy that the other clip is cleaner than this one, and this one's been inside the whole time. Drop, hit the front. Now they want it. So I'm still removing some stuff inside the G37 right now, and I'm basically unwiring like everything. Looks like these are the curtain airbags, I think, and I just brought those down. Mine has a sunroof, and it looks like they're held on by these. Looks like it's just like 2 brackets in the front, or 2 brackets on the sides, and then a few around here or whatever, and then there's the motor for it, all that crap. So yeah, I'm still removing some stuff. I'm gonna remove out this seat and a few of the other crap, and we should be almost ready to start cutting it up. So yeah, we're almost. Alrighty, so far I have just about everything ready to get cut. I've stripped just about all of the inside, moved all this harnesses and bull crap, and I'm almost there. I gotta just remove the sunroof, and I'm gonna start cutting this thing up. So yeah, wish me luck. So I cut the roof all the way off, and this is me getting it off. Hopefully, wish me luck. Hopefully I don't die. Let's get back right here. It's like a deadlift. Fudge. Look at me. All cut up. Getting ready for its shell. All right, obviously the bumper is not mounted, but it's all cut up. Getting ready for the shell right yonder. I know some admins might get mad or whatever. I'm not selling anything, but if for any reason somebody needs good G37 back windshield or a good G37 driver's side rear glass or G37 sunroof, just hit me up and you can get it for absolutely free. You just got to pick it up. I'm not shipping it. If not, trash is going to come get it or whatever, but yep, it's there. Awesome. So I have officially turned my G37 into a convertible. It's pretty cool. But the reason I left this portion so wide, basically where the sunroof started on the here, I cut it straight across and then straight across, and I cut the whole rear pillars and took the whole rear windshield off and with a Sawzall. I'm leaving this part because I might be able to modify this a good bit. So once I start test fitting the rear clip on, I know that it's gonna peak like right here. So once I lay it down, I'll cut, I'll lay it back down, I'll cut, and then my goal is to try to modify it to mold and weld and fit with this current roof like right here. So I mean, either that or I'm gonna have to cut it across and just do like a cool target top build. But yeah, but if the roof won't work somehow, if I can't get somebody to fabricate it good, then I'll just run it target top, and it'll be not the world's first target top GTR. Well, technically it'd be the world's first G37 wide body R35 target top. But yeah, but pretty dope. So hey, thanks for watching. And that's it for this. I'll upload next week, hopefully, when I start test fitting this on there. But yeah, please like, subscribe, because I'm broke. All right, this is my current problem. I have the GTR rear clip, and I have the G37 ready to get fitted don't worry about these. Ready to get fitted. But I'm having trouble raising that by myself. So, yep. Somebody help me. So this is an update right now. The whatever this pillar is, where the speakers and stuff has been cut off. I've cut the little, I think this is the B pillar. I've cut this pillar off of that side already. I still need to cut this side off. What I'm about to do right now, I just removed the wheel off of the rotor and everything. And what I'm gonna do is cut this wheel well. I'm gonna do my best. I'm keeping this wheel well, the interior one, but I'm gonna cut off this exterior wheel well, and I'm going to cut basically this whole portion off as well. So I did get really lucky. I accidentally cut through here on this side. As I was cutting through, I cut through the boot, and very lucky, as you see, the strut tower itself right here is still good, and I cut the actual strut, like the top of it, and I cut through the little boot. But luckily on the G37, these are actually hidden by the frame and everything. You can't even see the strut towers unless you, like me, cut up all the frame around it. And when you remove these strut towers, or the struts, what you have to do, there's these two bolts, as you can see, one right here and one right here. So if you come underneath here, a lot of videos don't show this very well, and this is your strut, and as you follow up, you have those two bolts that I showed you on the top right there, 1 and 2, and then you just have the one bolt right here. You undo this main bolt right here, with some support underneath here, obviously, and then you're able to drop this strut and then pull the strut out, replace it. Same thing with coilovers and stuff like that. Jeez, that's dirty. Look at that. Crazy. Yeah. So, if some of y'all are wondering, some of y'all may not have, but the wheelbase of the GTR is like 109.2, I think, and the G37 is 112, or it's like 112. So it's like 2.8 inches that I'll have to make up for. What I plan on doing is this right here, my trailing arm. I'm going to get this shortened by basically 2 inches on both sides, which will allow me to, instead of it sticking here, it should bring this in more. And as it brings it in more, I'll whatever else needs to be adjusted to, most likely have to get custom upper control arms, whatever, and I'll get this all adjusted so that this will be able to shift it over more and accommodate for the new body. But yeah, but for right now, I'm about to cut this up, so wish me luck. And we're gonna do some cool YouTube magic, and this is gonna go away right. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm finally ready to do my first test fit with the R35 rear clip onto the top of the G37 chassis. So wish me luck. First gonna vac up all this crap I have. I want to clean it all up. Make sure I get all these loose screws and make sure I have nothing in the way, but I'm gonna knock that out and get it all cleaned up, and then I'm gonna get ready to drop this over. I measured this, and this one's actually, I think, like about 1 inch wider almost. So like, it's good that this one's so wide that since I cut and trimmed this, it should drop in right onto these pieces right here, which is perfectly good. So hopefully we'll find out soon. So wish me luck. So as of right now, I have the GTR shell right there, and it's about to be lowered down. I'm about to lower it, and hopefully it fits right. It should with the measurements, but I know I'm gonna have to trim the roof a little bit and stuff right there. But yeah, but I will upload a little bit more when I find a little more. I'm gonna check the strut tower clearance as well to make sure these strut towers have clearance with the strut towers I cut out of the GTR shell. But yeah, we're getting there. Kind of lowered it down a little bit. I still gotta lower it a little more and find out where exactly I want to put the position at. I kind of just threw the door on there just so I could get a good idea of basically how much space I have to make up for. And basically I threw the door on there so that I could keep the door in place as I'm cutting this roof, because right now it's up too high because it's laying on the roof. It needs to come down more, like closer to this. So I'm going to cut my roof move it forward, cut my roof, move it forward, and then until these doors are flush basically. And once these doors are flush right here, they'll give me like the complete line of this. It should be like this right here-ish, maybe, something like that. And once it's right there, and once that's the door and stuff all lines up, I'll leave it in place, and then it just has to get welded on. And yo, this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. You have no idea. I want y'all to use your imagination. Obviously, it's not on all the way, but ooh. All right, so we are a lot closer than yesterday. So basically what's going on now, I have like about 3-inch gap right here, and I have 3 inches of excess that I have to cut off on the roof right here, which I kind of drew a line. It's kind of like, it's decently even, but it's even with the curve from all the way here on the other side. The other side does have more of this angle, plus like to like right here, which is cool, but not this side. So that's okay. But basically what's gonna happen is I gotta cut this off, and because right now I'm hitting right here, you can see that I'm hitting, so it's not allowing me to even move forward more. And I'm not gonna cut off any more of this unless I need to, which I don't think I should, but I don't want to cut off more of this, because if I cut off more of this part right here, either way I'm gonna have to add some extra metal here in between to mold these two together. But I really didn't want to, I don't want to cut more of this off, because I'm losing kind of some integrity with this portion right here. And yeah, but with that being said, I have a little bit of a gap to close, and then the rest is almost there. And the way I can tell that I'm getting closer is because when I look in here right now, the wheel is pretty much centered. If you look at it on the R35 body, it's like pretty much centered kinda, and it's not gonna be. Sadly, I wish I could just have it right here and I'd be really happy, but it's not centered all the way where it needs to be. And the reason I know that is because the GTR wheelbase is like 109.4, I think. I'll look it up if I'm wrong. I'll add it in the video or something. And mine is, for the G37, is 112.2. So even though I want it to be right here, I know that once this chassis moves forward more, those 3 inches, the wheel is going to be more back here a little bit. So, I mean, which I'm not mad about yet, because I'll be changing out some stuff to get it exactly where I need it to be. But we are a lot closer, guys. I'm very excited that I've even made it this far, and I'm really happy because I will be the first in the world to do this. So it's really exciting. If you look, we're almost there. It's almost all together. It's just playing with big Legos right now, but we're almost there. And I will hopefully show y'all once I get it exactly in place. In the rear here, it's also jacked up a little bit, so it's gonna come down a little bit when I get a chance to drop it down a little bit. But I had to trim a little bit in here, so I had to cut some of this so that it would clear my strut tower right here. And then I had to cut, I still have to maybe cut a little bit over there, honestly, too. I'll probably cut some of that real quick. Kind of like right here's where I need to cut. I'm not really worried about any of this inside stuff, because it's all gonna be welded. So I'm not really worried about any of that. So don't freak out, it'll be all right. It's gonna look really good when it's done, but even on the inside, it's starting to look like a GTR. Just a really jacked up one right now, but trust the process. This will all make sense, having an R35 drift body onto a G37. I can't wait to get the tail lights too, which are gonna look sick, and the rear bumper and the trunk. And then I'll need side skirts, but side skirts are kind of like the least important thing I'm worried about, if I'm completely honest. I want to get the body on first, and we'll go from there. But less talking. I got to cut here as well. Can't really see it on this side that well, but down here, where the R35 chassis is, it is currently, yeah, there it is. This is where, oh, actually I can move it forward a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna move this forward a little bit more, and that might be good on this side maybe. But I have to move this forward
more closer to the G37 chassis where I cut at, and basically after I move it, I'll find out how much space I need to move it more to close that gap. Then I will cut more of this off, you know, and cut it off. And after I cut this off, I'll move the chassis down a little more. But I'll be doing that behind the scenes. And yeah, I'll go ahead and knock that out now. But we are getting really close, guys. We're getting really close. So hey, what's up, guys? Ignore the bumper fitment. It's not on yet. I still got to push it in and create more brackets. But we're almost done with the mounting of the R35 rear clip and doors and all that stuff. As you can see, I have about a 3-inch gap that I need to close, so it needs to be shifted forward a little bit more. That's what I'm currently doing, cutting and trimming in little places so I can keep moving it forward slowly until I close this gap. Then once I close the gap and get it right on both sides where I want it, I'll weld the R35 body in place. Then I have here on the top, I trimmed my G37 roof down, and I cut a nice little even line. It's about a 3-inch gap as well across, because right now I'm hitting with this right here. It's hitting, I don't allow me to shift it forward anymore, so I'm gonna have to cut this, and then I'll try to shimmy it forward more, and then I gotta trim a little more on the sides to shimmy it down, and then yeah, we're almost there. But R35 body is on. We're gonna move it forward a bit, and yeah. But if y'all wanna see more, just go on my YouTube, and this thing will be pretty sick. So I know some of y'all hate it, and I'll throw you a cool price breakdown at the end, and you're gonna see that this is the world's slowest fake GTR and the world's cheapest, and it probably costs more than some of y'all G30s. Probably costs less. This build costs less than some of y'all probably bought your G37s for. But this was a trash G37 chassis, and I just decided to build it up and build my dream car since I couldn't afford it. So yeah. Alrighty, so I'm pretty much done for right now. I'm about to go eat dinner, but just to show a little bit of progress of what I've done, I cut the bottom portions on the rocker panels more so that I could move the quarter panel forward and back and forward basically. I have to move it. It's kind of weird. So if you look on this side, I'm using jacks and stuff because I got to find out where I want my fitment exactly at. But as you see on this side, it's kind of almost in line, and I can shimmy that. I can move the rear clip forward and backwards, but I'm gonna need somebody's help where I can move it forward, or they can move it forward for me and push, and then I can tell them where to stop, and I can get these exactly where I want them at on both sides, where they close in on the fenders completely on both sides. And after they do that, I then will be able to, it's the same thing on this side. Same thing, like the gap, once it like moves out more like this, but on this side too, it's just really hard to do by myself, but it's almost there. I'm noticing one thing. I know that I kept my G37 roof portion I cut off right here, and the reason I did that was because I plan on reusing it so that I can merge it from this roof to this roof basically. And I did notice that I am gonna have to cut this part at like an angle or something, because obviously the body lines are different. So I'm gonna cut this portion a little bit different. So yeah, but other than that, I'll cut this a bit, like kind of right here across at an angle, so that it flows with the GTR window. And yeah, but I'm not cutting that until I get the fitment exactly where I want it, which it's almost there. I can now close the gap back and forth, but I'm having trouble doing it by myself. So get it exactly where I want it back after shimming it back and forth. Then after I do that, it'll be straight. The body on the all around will be good. And the only thing that won't be good will be this roof portion, which I knew starting out that it would have to be somewhat custom. But if you look at it from an angle, it'll kind of like almost flow there. Like I can probably move it, angle these down, and just run something straight to there to make the roof go the same. And if I can't get the roof right, I will cut all of this off and just run a cool target top build GTR. But
Most likely I want to use the roof because the roof looks really cool. But other than that, I'm pretty much done for now. And look at the wheels, like I was saying. It's a little dark, but you see they're no longer centered, and that's how it's gonna be. They're not centered because the wheelbases are different slightly by like 2 inches. And yeah, but yep, get it where it's at, get it where I want it to be, and then we're almost there. But nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We're almost there. It's just a lot of this is the part where stuff definitely gets a little difficult. Well, not really difficult, just difficult to do by myself. And then I'll be putting a leveler and stuff, making sure it's leveled, and yeah. But other than that, it seems pretty cool. I hope you guys are getting excited like me, because this, if you look from this angle, it's starting to look like a GTR. So yep, and I gotta fix that wheelbase ASAP because it looks crazy. The front looks great, but this looks crazy. But that'll be getting fixed. All the under bits are gonna be all custom. But yeah, but other than that, yeah, this is what we're working with. Got to get the trunk, taillights, rear bumper, but I'm not worried about that until I get this welded in place and the body lines are smooth and I can create my door brackets, and yeah, we'll be good. Thanks for watching.